Here he comes, head on, here comes the other John. Nobody goes. Where the toilets are, they're between the blue hangars, and we've got adequate facilities there so that you might know where they are. This aircraft is called a Quadra 50.
Not gonna walk.
Another aircraft. The Jan Home, please come to the announcer's booth. We'll get a few of our full-size aircraft into the air, and then we'll be on with the Blue Eagles flying demonstration. Some people are lucky enough to be able to purchase a full-size aircraft. Also, it's still enjoyable to fly. Their actual speed, in fact, if we were to measure it with methane and oil mixture, and many it's a very unusual aircraft up there. It's almost Halloween, someone said. Well, not really, though the weather is getting a little cool. So we decided to put up Boom Hilda. That's Boom Hilda. If you get a good mile look at that, you can see the winch and the fun with it. And the kids really like it. Go find a spin in the house. We're going to have to win. Under control with the radios. And many people wonder the airplane. It has a quadra engine, which is a little over, it's a 2.2 cubic inch engine in it. And those that's a full parachute and stuff. Drop cane. Do battle with the Red Baron, eh, the kids? Remember the song? After the turn of the century, the skies over Germany. Please come up to the reveal stand. Uh-oh, I think Snoopy engine quit. Has anyone ever seen a brick land? That aircraft requires engine to fly. And so when Snoopy comes down, he comes. Kevin Hill to the reveal. And we're ready for the jumpers and the full-size air show. many years, and Captain Thompson, we're glad you're with us. There's another perfectly good, absolutely beautiful stand-up landing, ladies and gentlemen. Going to do the same thing. How about that? He's gently playing. Hey, there's a car out there, ERE 997 with the lights on. ERE 997, if you got that license number, you're running down your battery. But we'll give you a push. Don't you worry about it if you don't get there. Okay, he's doing the same thing. Into the wind. You notice they always turn into the wind. When he gets right down near the ground, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see him yank on those lines. See? Stall it out. Land! Another stand-up landing, ladies and gentlemen, the Valley Skydivers. I mean, if you aren't having fun here today, you got to go see your shrink, because I'm having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, upside down, transform. Watch it now, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Braun, stage center. He yanks back on the set. Ladies and gentlemen, did a little bit later that time. It feels so good, he takes his time. One of the hardest maneuvers to do. Come on there, ladies and gentlemen. Back comes the stick again in a moment. He's going to dive right straight down toward Mother Earth. And then flatting it out of the bottom. Not the smoke being blown away, ladies and gentlemen. That loop is as square as my sister-in-law. If smoke didn't blow away, you'd see a great big 8 in the sky. Watch him now. Rolling out, there's the first half of that 8. Now he's going to pull around and do the second half and make a great big 8 up there, ladies and gentlemen. Back on the stick again, positive G's. Jack is jacked into the soup. Back up across the sun, and now you see how it turned into an 8. The first half is dissipated, but that is a great big human 8 in the sky. Right on my back, it turns that airplane around. Fly that little clip-wing cub amazingly well, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, back on the stick again. Up in a beautiful little symmetrical loop. How's it do on a top? No, so he flies it across the top. That was an Immelman, I'm sorry. A guy by the name of Immelman figured out in World War I that if he did that, maybe he wouldn't get shot. He did it. Now he snaps it again on the way down, ladies and gentlemen. Great ground, leaving it so much fun to see you enjoy yourself. Show center. Salute to you, the crowd. When he gets back down here, we'll do the same as we did for his dad. Where is he? Up here? Oh, come here once. This youngster made the Guinness Book of Records because he's from Arlington, Texas. I'm coming down to Durant, Oklahoma, which is right near Texas, on the 19th of September to do an air show. So we're going to be down near you, Texans. But what this young man did, became the youngest known pilot to traverse the United States from coast to coast, and he's in the Guinness Book of Records. I want you to say howdy and anything else you want to all these people.
Hi.
What do you mean, hi? You got to say more than that. You got to say this is a wonderful experience, right?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying our air show?
Yeah.
Now that you're 11, you know, you've done things 11. What was I doing when I was 11? I was trying to get out of that second grade. I bribed that teacher. But it worked out. I got out. And 11 years old, you've done things. You know what they say around here? Many kids say, I learned to drive a tractor first before I had a license. And you know, a lot of the farm kids drove tractors when they were just little kids. You can't have a license yet, but you did something pretty exceptional, just like the kids that drive the tractors, right?
Right.
Well, we're glad you're here today, Kevin. You just continue to have a good time with us. You're his father, I trust, sir. What is your name, sir? Johnny Hill. Well, we're just pleased that you bring Kevin here today. This is a memorial occasion for this whole area. We're pretty proud of the Colonel Lindbergh, of course, or Charles Lindbergh, and your son did an amazing thing, sir. Thanks very much. We sincerely hope you're enjoying your stay in our beautiful Minnesota climate. We sure are. We sure are glad that y'all invited us up. Well, I like that. You all start. How about a Texan welcome here for these folks, ladies and gentlemen?
I also, after being up here with this young man, and the other aviation pioneers. And it was a wonderful experience, but I thought, as I toured the airplane, visited with nice folks just like you, with the spirit out there, we would fly every day, I thought it would be just people my age or older. And I was wrong. It was my age and older, but it was more of the younger people, and gave us a great spirit that aviation was going to continue on. And they asked all the young kids are the ones that asked the neat questions about the spirit of St. Louis and Charles Lindbergh and his flight. As I would recall, I'll never forget a little girl down in Dallas, Texas. It was about 130 degrees on the ramp temperature, and it was hotter than the dickens. And this little girl came up to me, standing out, and she was listening to my story. At Lindbergh, it took 33 and a half hours. And that's a long time. You think how long 33 and a half hours to sit with your butt on a piece of just a seat. It's a long time. Well, she looked at me and she said, you said it took 33 and a half hours, right? And you said he had 5 sandwiches, yes? And he had some water. And I said, yes. And I said, he only ate 1 sandwich. She looks at me, and all the adults wanted to know. She said, if he flew for 33 and a half hours and had this food and this water, how did he go to the bathroom? We always want to know that. Well, like I told her, and I'll tell you, if you don't eat much and you don't drink much, you don't have to go much, and that's the way it works. Yeah, the love that we have for Charles Lindbergh and the spirit and what it did. People ask us all the time, so what was the reason for the flight? What made Charles Lindbergh so special? Thought about that a bit. And at that time, there were barnstormers, stunt flyers, as they would be called. There wasn't a whole lot of intercontinental travel, obviously. And what he did was literally a way something very special. And I'll tell you, it's all right. You need the first anniversary. All the family was scattered around the country at various events. And out in Los Angeles, it was hosted by General Jimmy Stewart.
John Moore out there enjoying himself now. Again, he moves back on the stick. He just can't quit. He's going to pivot, and you know what he's going to do now? Watch him. I'll tell you something that you just can't believe, the beauty of this maneuver. Okay, John, ladies and gentlemen, going up to the top. Now watch. You know what? They used to call this the falling leap. It is a maneuver designed to lose altitude. It is so beautiful. Because doesn't that look like a great big leaf falling out of the sky? You know how hard that is to do, ladies and gentlemen? It's a master that's doing that. John Moore doing the falling leap. It stalls, and it starts to fly. And it stalls, and it starts to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is beauty. Beauty the way they saw it in World War II and before in the 30s and the 20s. Lindbergh knew about a falling leaf. That's the only way you could lose altitude if you didn't have flaps.
Who's that everybody wants to be?